Sup my dudes, Valkyrja. Today I want to talk about is Honkai Star Rail too hard. Now before anybody thinks that I'm complaining about how hard the game is, look at me. Look at me deep in my eyes. I'm not complaining. I enjoy how hard the game is, but it brings forth the discussion of just because I like something doesn't mean everybody else does. Now, there are also those of you who are going to be like, the game's not hard, the game's so easy, da-da-da. I get it, you're lucky with relics. I get it, you got all your characters you wanted, you got them giga built up, the game's just an absolute breeze for you. You're so damn good at the video game, no one cares. Okay, now that all of that's out of the way, the game is genuinely hard for the majority of the people who play it. Anybody else who says otherwise, you are lying, because Swarm has shown that it is hard. MOC can definitely be hard, especially if you have underutilized teams. You have just one abundance character, you didn't summon for Locha. A bunch of reasons you can find MOC really hard, but the game is difficult, especially on contents like Swarm and MOC. So, if you guys don't know what I mean, Swarm is a new game mode. If you guys haven't tried it, I suggest you do. I am not even halfway done it. I still have a long ways to go. I basically just grind it little by little on stream. I enjoy having the content, so I'm not trying to blitz it. But this is a very difficult game mode, actually, especially if you don't have the trees done. Once you have the trees done, it becomes much easier, but without the trees, it's very hard. But that brings forth the discussion, and that's mostly what I want this video to be, is a discussion, me mostly just asking you guys, how are you guys feeling about the difficulty of Star Rail? Because like I said, for me personally, I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy having to think out my turns like fully. There's times whenever I'll do something silly like normal attack Kafka because I want to save the skill point because I'm trying to set up a bigger turn for next, or there'll be times whenever I have to do things in certain ways, in certain orders to try to get skill points down to this way because it's very important I'm able to do this, and it feels good to just barely clear stuff. Like whenever I'm doing an MOC run and I clear with just one unit remaining with barely any HP, it's such a damn good feeling. And it's a feeling that I never felt in other Hoyo games, although I've only played Genshin and this. I haven't really played Honkai Impact 3rd. But it's a feeling that's kind of absent in Genshin, because Genshin does have Challenge and Abyss 12, but that's generally it. Every now and then a good event comes out that basically challenges your account, but for the most part your account's not constantly challenged like it is in Star Rail, where you have like weekly Simulated Universe challenges, which, to be fair, base Simulated Universe isn't really too difficult. You can get rolled on RNG and that can make it very hard, but for the most part it's not that difficult. But then you have stuff like MOC, like this MOC is really rough for me specifically because I don't have the strongest units. I don't have very good relics on my characters. Like, let me show you what I mean. I don't have good relics on my characters. I just have them in a functional state. Like you can see, 33% crit rate on Clara with a 139 crit damage, and then Blade's pretty much the same, 57 crit rate, 78 crit damage, etc. Basically, all my DPS are functionally at that level. Here's another one, Gigadan, 34, 145. All my DPS are basically functionally at that level to where I don't have the best relics. There's going to be a lot of free-to-play players with better relics than me, and that's actually a really big factor. And one of the reasons the game's so hard for me, because I have very specific strategies that I have to mitigate terrible relics, namely DOT. And Sampo's actually a very big part of that, and this current Abyss, or this current MOC, absolutely screws over Sampo. Now, I still went ahead and I still full clear the MOC, by just slotting in Bailu over Sempo, so I had some form of sustain on my second team, but it doesn't make it any less easier. Like, it doesn't make it any less difficult for me specifically. So I can only base stuff on my personal experiences, and in my personal experience with my Copium relics, which I assume not everyone has. Nope, I just hit the microphone. Oopsie. But I assume not everyone has god tier relics that they're able to just blast the entire game with. So I'm genuinely curious to where a lot of people are sitting on. Do you find the game difficult? And two, do you enjoy the difficulty? Because like I said, for me personally, I love the difficulty. I love the game in general. I have zero complaints, but I'm really curious where you guys stand with it. Anyways, that's basically the video. Just wanted to have a good little discussion about this. I'm definitely reading the comments on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.